Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. We are back.
And
We're
we're
back, Gabby.
live. We
We're back.
are.
Welcome
We
to the
are.
Journey Academy Live.
Mhm.
My name is Anthony.
I'm Gabby with a mouthful of coffee, but what else is new?
That's right. That
Mhm.
is right. And I've got my Harry Potter cup. Interestingly enough, Gabby, I want to talk to you. I want to renovate my office.
Ooh.
Renovate's probably the wrong word. I just want to redecorate it.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Yep. 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 Yep.
I'm really feeling the book vibe. So, like,
Yeah.
I really want
Yeah.
to get, like, all my books, because right now all of my books are actually shoved into my recording booth, right? Like, and I had built just a small, or like a small, but I had built like a 2-level or 3-level bookshelf that I had that was a runner along the bottom here. But
Mm.
I wanted to turn like my whole space had floating shelves
I'm
around,
gonna
like
tell you.
even
I
around my window. I think it would be really cool to have like a shake around the window, because you can't. I don't know if you can see, like, oh, I can't move my camera. This is interesting on this. Anyways, as the camera angle, it's really up close here in StreamYard instead of back. But anywho, we got this office, and I don't know. What do you think? I think it'd be kind of cool.
yeah, I get it. I listen. I have this wacky plan with some of this remodeling that I'm doing in my house. I
Uh,
want to put in a hidden door. I
ooh, that's
wanna
so much fun.
I want to install a hidden door bookcase,
I love it. I
and
love it.
it's kind of in the works. It's a plan, and because I just love it. I love using my
Hmm.
books, and I mean, I'm such a book hoarder. It's so funny. I'm that person that like leaves the bookstore with 6 books. I read one, and the rest kind of go on the shelf for later.
Oh my
But I
goodness.
just
No, I
love
totally
them. I
understand.
love them.
I totally understand.
They're my
Oh
friends.
yeah.
I love them so much.
No, I hear you. And like, we've been expanding so much on Academy Voices as well. And I've been wanting to do more because, like, on our YouTube channel and all things like that. And then there's our TikTok, because we want to launch our TikTok for Academy Voices as well. And I was just looking at I wanted to figure it out,
You know,
to get my more books in here to get that feel. But I really
I
love
love
a
that idea.
space where it's kind of like a reading nook, because I love to read too.
Yeah.
And this is like the office in the house too, but right now a lot of stuff's just shoved actually in my recording
I'm
space.
gonna tell you, it's so funny to me too, because we've joked around and we've called you the VO Daddy-O before, but really
Right.
you're the book daddy. I
That's
mean, there's no two ways about it. Like that's who you are.
I've definitely become the book daddy. There's no joke about that. My goodness.
We got a lot of people with us today. We got somebody from Virginia who's a
I
Pokemon fan,
love it.
obviously. Chris is here.
Emmeline is here.
Oh, and Pokemon Skyland is already asking us questions
I
today, which
love
is
it.
lovely.
I love
Ben
it.
is here. Big Apple voiceover 4830 says,
Lot going over, a lot going on in the Big Apple this
Gabby, we love
week.
you in the Big Apple, and
Great to
I
have
love you
you.
too, man.
Yeah.
My hometown.
Miriam, good to see you
Miriam's
as
here in
well.
Oregon, I believe.
So what was
Yeah.
the question was, how can I get into animation, video games, and anime without
Without
having
having
to
to
move?
move.
I love it. I love it. Where
It
are you located?
it is a
That
great
would be
question. It is.
that is a wonderful
Oh, I
question.
love their profile
I
picture
know,
too,
I
of
know.
course. A little Pikachu action.
Pikachu, right?
Pika
Anthony
Pika.
Pika, so fitting
Your
for him.
kids must like
Well,
I
it was
hope
when
they
I went when
embrace
I
it.
my last stint of teaching from 2000, because I retired from teaching and work in 2019. That was the last time I worked. I went full time as a voice actor. But yeah, people would call me. I mean, Pikachu. That was
I
what I
hope I
called,
could
and
just see, I know that your son is very athletic, and I just feel like I could see like his teammates or people like cheering on, Pika Pika. Like I feel like it's just so fun.
yeah. So and I didn't like. I think what happens is, I don't know if it's because it's a single, like, especially with Pika, because it's a short
Yes.
name. So people will just call you, like, they just always called me, even my son, they just call you Pika. They don't,
Right.
like, there's no,
Right.
even adults, it's like
Right.
there wasn't no Mr. Pika. There
Right.
was no, like just anything like that, just
Just
Pika.
Pika.
You know what I mean? And I will go people, I'll be like, all right, I'll be like, okay, Williams. Like, I'll just start calling people by their, like, because like, I'm like, God, you guys are,
Of course. Oh, that's so cute.
where's
Okay.
the respect? Anyways,
So our friend here is in Virginia.
cool.
So your neck of the woods. So okay, this really is a great question, and we do get it a lot. And I think, yes, we have to address the obvious, right? The hub for animation is Los Angeles. The hub for video games, there's a couple of pockets throughout the country. Dallas is one, Atlanta is another. Believe it or not, Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. You wouldn't think, but it's another one.
No, it is, and movies for that matter. It's
Yeah,
in North Carolina. I don't know if they still are, but they were for a while one of the second most film place out of LA, but that was a while ago. So I don't
that was a
know
long time ago.
I
That
don't know
was
if
when
LA is first anymore. I doubt it.
that was when we had film incentives, and our lovely governor who pulled them then literally sent all the business to Atlanta. So thank you for that. Yeah, but anyway, so not wanting to relocate, it can be tough. There's a few things that I will suggest. So the first is you've got to network. You've got to network like a crazy person.
Yeah.
You've got to make a lot of contacts, and you've got to prove to people that your skill level is just as great, from wherever you are. So
well, can I also say too, and I would say this is just as important to understand. When you say animation video games and anime, we're assuming you mean the top level, right? I mean, that's my original assumption when someone says that right off the bat, because the reality is all the indie stuff. Like, I've been in all kinds of video games and stuff that I got from either, Twitter or someone coming to me that are not like AAA like games or so forth, but are indie developers, but people are still playing them, and they're still on what is it,
for
Steam?
sure.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you go on Steam. So I mean, like, yeah. So there's different levels to this as well.
Absolutely, and there are opportunities regardless of where you are. Another thing to make note of is because you are in Virginia, and depending on how close you are to Maryland, EA Sports is in Maryland, and so they do a ton of stuff. So it's one of those things where, so it's not only about skill, right? It's about understanding the lingo, the language, and the tools that are used by that industry. So a really, really popular one that I've talked a lot about on my YouTube channel is VoiceQ. And VoiceQ is a particular type of software that gets used a ton in anime and dubbing and gaming. And so you can get VoiceQ certified. And you can, that's a really helpful thing, because again, it kind of lends to your professionalism and your knowledge base. Yeah. So, those are all things I recommend. They asked a follow-up question, where can I find voice work in NC? So, the thing is, we don't worry so much about geography.
Not anymore. No.
Yeah, it's a global industry. So worrying too much about the minutia of like a particular area really isn't all that beneficial.
Here's another perfect example of this. I recall, and I'm sure Gabby, we've both been through this probably multiple times. I will have a directed session for a commercial for like upstate. So I was doing for a bank in upstate New York. And but I'm on the phone, so I'm on the phone with the studio they're in Sweden, right? And they are working with the marketing team who's in Atlanta,
right?
Who's on the phone with some of the bank executives in New York,
right?
And we're across the world. Right?
Literally.
And for what? I mean, like, I giggle about it, but yeah, I mean, I'm from Sweden, we're in Atlanta, we're in New York,
very common
for in one small geographical area.
Yeah.
So
that's the nature of the business now. So like, I'm in North Carolina. I've been here now for a very long time. I can count on one hand the number of clients that I have who are local, because that's not like a target. I don't worry about it. You're going after opportunities anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah, a couple of things real quick. Strange Storm Cat, I know Pokemon had some. Yes, thank you guys so much. My wife was sick yesterday, and my son was thrown up this morning, and it's just so I've been out. So I do apologize for not being here yesterday. But I was able to come back, and also with everybody, make sure you give that heart or the like button some love. Like. Please feel free to leave comments. It helps us a lot reach people so they can get to us and
For
ask
sure.
questions and learn more as well.
For sure. Emily said, "Is Nelvana still a big player, or am I losing my poop?" I don't even know who that is. So
Nelvana.
I don't know what that
What's
is. I'm not,
Nelvana?
and I mean, I'm not a big gamer, anime person, so I have no clue. It could be.
It says it's a Canadian animation studio
Okay.
in children's entertainment.
Yeah.
Was founded in 1971. Yeah.
Yeah. Not a name
The
I've ever
Magic
heard.
School Bus.
Oh,
Oh, and the
okay.
Care Bears.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Nice.
It says in September 2025, its parent company, Corus Entertainment, announced that Nirvana would pause new productions and
Mm,
wind down existing projects to focus on its library and merchandising. Well, there you go.
okay. I'm kind of laughing today because usually we do all the questions on Open Forum Friday, and it's kind of feeling like that
It
on a
is feeling
Thursday
like
today.
that on
Everybody's
Thursday. Yeah, I
throwing all
love it.
kinds of stuff at
I
us.
love it. I love the
Um,
questions.
Pokemon Skyland, you got to do some research, my friend. You got to get on the Google. Voice Q. Just look it up. Go do a Google search, look into them, find out more about it. Like we can't possibly spend the whole session just talking about that today. But as far as how it helps, again, it's a major tool that the studios use, and so being certified in it, knowing how to use it, makes you more valuable to them. So it's just like anything else. It's like knowing a particular DAW or software, right? You become part
I
of
think
that
I can
sort of
actually put a
inner
little
circle.
post on. I think isn't it voice? It's literally voiceq.com.
Yeah, it's voiceq.com.
Yeah. And there's a variety. There's definitely learn about. I posted it down in the chat there, voiceq.com. Check it out. Yeah.
Okay, lots of other questions coming in today. Wait, I saw another one and now I lost it. Oh, Nia Ortega said hello from West Texas. Out of topic, no such thing. But for someone with an unusual or hard to remember name, do you recommend they use a pseudonym? You certainly can. We've talked a lot about aliases and pseudonyms before.
Is Nia Ortega your name? Because that's a really cool. That's
Yeah,
like a
right.
really cool
That's
name. I wouldn't
super
forget
easy.
that name. I'm just saying, if it's not, I would use
Yeah.
that because that's pretty cool.
But I mean, like, I have a hard to pronounce / spell last name, and I use it. Everybody's different in that. There's nothing wrong with using a stage name. I would say greater than 50% of Hollywood uses a stage name. And that's okay. You just do whatever works for you, whatever's comfortable.
I hated my last name. I hated my last name because it's like it's also a disease. Pica is a disease.
Really?
Right?
I didn't know that.
It's a disease. Yeah, pica. If you get pica, it's a disease where you can't stop eating
pica.
and chewing on
I never made that.
eating things or like.
I never made that association. Oh my God, how funny is
trust
that?
me, whenever I go like people, and you'll be interested. We all have, I think, issues or something with our names. So.
Yeah. So I mean,
But
you just
live it and love it. Just own it.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Own it. Or pseudonyms are great.
The possibilities there are kind of endless. I always say if your name is really hard to spell and there's a lot of potential for misspelling, then either simplify it or buy every domain name that is an alternate spelling of your name, because that will always be a potential source of frustration.
Absolutely. Keep hitting that like button.
Yeah.
We're getting more people. That's a good thing.
Great.
Hit that like button for us. Let's
Kenny Mackey. Okay, Kenny said social media definitely
like a good way to audition for roles.
Okay. If follow right pages and hashtags get people putting out they're doing a casting call. Yeah, I mean, I think I see where you're going with this. I mean, yeah, social media is a phenomenal tool that all voice actors should be taking full advantage of wherever possible. And the other cool thing about social media, and we talked a lot about this last week, it's a really great way to connect with brands directly as a fan, as a consumer, right? To start making a connection, and you never know where that can lead. So.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And so a lot of things will pop up on social media in a variety of different places, whether it's LinkedIn, Twitter X or whatever, there's still people who go on there who
Mm-hmm.
post, auditions and stuff. So
Yeah.
usually for a lot of indie games, there's a lot of indie games people who got their start on Twitter,
Oh my gosh.
X or
So
whatever it's
many.
called. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, they're just paying attention to those things, make it a part of your daily routine.
For
And
sure.
on some of those places too, you can actually create, little communities and groups or notifications when things pop or specific people post something, you can get
Mm-hmm.
notified. So yeah, absolutely.
The wildest thing about social media, and I don't know, I guess this was something we didn't really touch on last week when we talked about it, is just how somebody can go from a place of complete obscurity, right? Nobody knows you, and you do one thing or post one video, right? And all of a sudden, it seems like everybody knows who you are. Like, and it just, and for the person that it's happening to, it really isn't that overnight, right? It doesn't,
Hmm.
that's not real. It for them,
Never. Yeah.
they feel the cumulative burden of the work and the time that they've put in. But to the rest of us, it's like, oh, they just like, I remember a couple years back, there's a voice actor named Gabe Conda, and like it seems like he came out of absolutely nowhere, but he was posting a ton of videos, he was doing a lot of parody voice work, and now he's doing movie trailers. And he's got like major agents, and he
Hmm.
blew up. And
Hmm.
a lot of it, I think he was a very, very good social media marketer, and it paid off
Yes.
for him in a big way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And again, and I think that's we have to. I don't want to talk about social, but we have to take. And I rack my brain about this even more to myself every day still. But taking social media seriously now in our day and age
Oh
is
god,
more
yes.
important than anything we can do, because
For
that's
sure.
the single biggest I think opportunity for us, because it's free, it's open for us,
But it's
it's wide
also
open.
something you control.
Hmm.
You create it, right?
Hmm.
You build it. Like that's what's wild. And it's funny because when Anthony and I got on the today, and we were still in the what's considered to be like the back room of the live, he was
Right.
like, "Are we talking about social media?" And I went, "No, we already covered that." And here we are talking about social
Well,
media,
it's my fault. It's my
because
fault.
but it's so true. Like, look, I have right now a box sitting in the corner of my studio that is from a company that found my YouTube channel and approached me. And I when you're on some of these platforms, you get weird requests. And my thing has always been, I will not align with a product if it
Hmm.
has no bearing on my audience,
Right.
right? So if it's not related to voiceover and it's not something that is, I'm not going to just start like, featuring an umbrella or some weird random product.
Yeah.
So I ignore like 95% of the requests that I
Yeah.
get.
Yeah.
Anyway, this one company contacted me originally like a year ago. We did one successful video together. They just came back now and they sent me, Anthony, this is so cool. I'm going to be installing it next week and videoing it. They sent me an entire soundproofing door kit for my studio door. It's like
Really?
yes, it's like a $200 kit. It's awesome. And so I'm going to like redo part of my, studio and like
That is so cool.
but that's the kind of stuff that happens. Now,
Huh.
okay, on one hand, it's not money, right? Like I'm not being directly
Right.
paid, but like how cool is it
Yes.
that I can make an upgrade to my studio with no money out of my own pocket and
Oh, I
just a
love
little
it.
bit of time to make a video.
I love it.
Yeah.
Um, what I don't know how to say their names, but Fifine, is that what they are?
Yeah, yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
they had reached out to me, and I was like, I'm not working with these people. I don't use those microphones. And but whatever. No, but yeah, yeah. But we get a lot of like you get a lot of stuff, it's like I don't
Oh
get
yeah.
anything like that.
I
No.
get all kinds of goofy, like,
Yeah.
here's a backpack we want you to
Right.
review. And I'm like,
It's just like,
why?
what is the
No.
what you've not actually looked at what we do.
Yeah, like you
Um,
clearly don't know what I do. But then every now and then, you build a partnership. And I'm like, this is so those are the kinds of things that can happen. And I mean, obviously for me being focused as a coach, that's related to that, but you never know what it could be for you. So yeah, it's social media is for sure a fantastic way to create relationships that you otherwise never would have had.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh, Emily, that is hilarious. If you find it as being held by a rubber band and a wish. That is too good.
A rubber band
And
and
a
a
wish.
wish. That's
That's gotta
incredible.
be a new
That's a bumper
sticker we meant.
sticker.
That's a bumper
Yeah,
sticker.
that needs to be a bumper sticker.
I'm being held together with a rubber band by a rubber band and a wish.
You
I think
know,
that's life, isn't it? By a rubber band and a wish.
technically, Anthony,
Yeah.
we can attribute our friendship and our partnership to social media.
Absolutely.
That's how we connected. Yeah. We would have, I don't know if we would have, maybe we would have crossed paths at some point, but we have literally an entire working relationship that sprung from social media.
Absolutely.
Like, how cool is that? You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And like, we're friends, we're coworkers, we're colleagues, like, and there's something
And we've
really
become partners,
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like you're building it's an external family, and and it's so wild to think that it's fueled in such a modern way that
Mhm.
otherwise, yeah, we wouldn't have connected. And now, like, we've never even been in the same room together.
No, I was just thinking about that.
Isn't
Like
that crazy?
that
But
is
like, but
wild. But
look
I
how
knew, like,
close
if
we
we ever
are.
like when the time comes when we do come together, it's not gonna. We've been seeing each
Oh
other
my God. Yeah.
every day
It's like
forever now. Seemingly.
exactly. It's like getting together with, family you haven't seen in a couple of years. But it's so trippy. And that's the kind of stuff.
Well, and here's
Yeah.
another thing is for Chris Crazy, same thing with us. But somebody just mentioned Strange Cat mentioned Angela. So
Angela.
Angela found me when Angela was just starting her journey on YouTube,
Mhm.
watching lives like you all are doing right now. And then I worked with Angela for over a year. She was my mentor student, and then we together we put together her YouTube channel, and Angela built. And so many of you are here from finding us from seeing Angela on social media.
It's all
It's like just a
one.
circle,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
It's
like,
pretty
yeah,
crazy.
short of singing like the Lion King theme song, I mean, we are like,
The circle of life.
it's so funny, but some of my most treasured work
Mhm.
relationships right now are a direct result of social media.
Oh, absolutely.
And I wouldn't trade them for anything, you know?
All right. So Kenny says, have any advice on what you would post besides the wins? Audition tapes, maybe just random reads from a book, dubbing over anime, or existing commercials. Well, first off, I like all of that.
All of the above.
I like
Yep.
all that you just mentioned.
Mhm.
I would say that, and this is just my personal opinion. So I said it last week. So write these things down, these 3 things. So I always think that when you use social media or you posting something, we could post something that's educational. We could
Mhm.
post something that's entertaining, right? Or
Mhm.
something that's inspirational, or a
Mhm.
combination of those.
Mhm.
And if you kind of use that as a guide, right?
I just taught this in my class with a voiceover's journey this past week. We did a social media class for our marketing 101 group. And what I introduced them to is what I call a 3-2-1 system of posting. 3 posts that are about voiceover. They don't have to be about you necessarily, just about the industry, could be about anything, right? It could be something you repost from somewhere else, could be an article or a link, whatever. So 3 posts around our industry. 2 posts that are personal or fun in nature. Be a human being, right? Have some fun with it. Show us your personality, give us some insights into you. And 1 post, shameless self promotion. 3, 2, 1, and and then you repeat, and that becomes your kind of model or mantra until you sort of get the hang of it, and then it becomes a little bit more organic, and you might change the formula up from there.
I love it. I love it. Well, you guys, we have come to that time. It's been a lot of fun today. We've had
Oh my God, it went by so fast.
Most viewers we've had, I think. So that is amazing. Thank you guys so much for your love. Let's see, Dubstep asked, is that daily or weekly?
It doesn't matter. Definitely not daily. I wouldn't suggest that. I would just say it's however often you want to post, you go by that formula. I would suggest weekly to start, especially if you're not doing it, if you're not active in social media yet. But that is just a simple way to kind of understand what the post should be about when you do post.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here today. As always, make sure you check out VO Journey Academy. If you are a glutton for punishment and you want more of us, that is the place to be. As well as Academy Voices, as we are growing and getting work for voice actors, and we absolutely love it. So thank you guys so much. You have a wonderful Thursday. We'll see you back tomorrow for more open forums and questions and answers. See you then, everybody. Bye,
guys.
Goodbye.